this out of the way first. Okay, hi, welcome to Pablo, streaming a live Facebook session of poetry straight into your living room. Okay, this is all part of performers, artists getting together and trying to do a wee bit to just give people an alternative to Netflix during the coronavirus. So there's a few poems, a few love poems, a few funny poems. If you're out there, hi Declan Doon, good to see you. If you're out there, give us a shout, give us a wave. And Laura Jordan, also good to see you there. Remember, it's not all about me, you know, right? So, listen, going to get started first. The first couple of poems are from my book, right? Don't worry about that. So I call them my eye testers. Holly McCaskiller, see as well. Helen Mack is watching as well. Okay, so if you can all hear me okay, yeah? Give us a thumbs up. Sounds perfect, thanks Helen. Okay, first poem I'm going to do is about, well, you know, you sort of when you get a bit older, you're not quite sure, how you doing that? And suddenly you wake up one morning and something slightly changed. This is called Gene to Slack. I have made the smooth transition from a comfortable position to which I fear I can't turn back. I've moved myself from jean to slack. Without a sign of going there, the cotton slack I love to wear, in brown or blue, but never black. My rear is snug and quite compact. You all will say, I'm getting old to make a fashion move so bold, though when I open up the door, the navy slack I can't ignore. My wife responded with some venom when I changed my rear from denim, but now I get a loving smack when I wear my mustard slack. Advice I give to everyone, with stonewashed denim on your bum, leave Levi's to the younger pack and turn your rear from jean to slack. Thanks very much. Owensy, good to see you watching all the way from Cleveland in America. As I say, those are the eye testers, right? My eyesight's not the greatest, but hopefully it will improve as we go along. The next one I'm going to do is also from this book here, right? If I can find it. It's very appropriate at the moment when everybody's at home minding the kids with the coronavirus going on. So this is called Fatherhood, okay? Do not wake, sweet prince, for bravely you have fought many battles on this day. The queen is tired and taken to her bed. The king is feeling old and rather grey. You quailed rebellious foe on Asda floor by verbalizing threats and kicking doors. The candy treasure raised the loft as high, inflicting scorn on all the nosy passer-by. And when the Xbox battle you did fight, through most a day and well into the night, never once did you give up the fight and gripped Controller 1 with all your might. And yes, my prince, I do have to confess that I was far too slow in meeting your request for chocolate-covered wheat flakes to digest. If only with 4 arms I could be blessed. So sleep, my prince, and paint a picture in your dreams of love and joy and happiness that you bring, and tightly to my palm your finger clings, your ever-loving father, friend and king. Thank you. I'll leave the old eyesight testers for long. Good to see Brian's watching us all the way down in outside Corey and Ballybogie. Ashley and Henderson, good to see you. Hope things are going well. Polly McGurnahan, good to see you. So a wee drink here just. We got Eddie Dara watching all the way from Ballymoney. Good to see you, Eddie. What have I got next? Right. I'm going to do a couple of love poems here at the moment, okay? This is one where my wife and I are coming up to 20 years of marriage, and you know, we're as happy as we are. We're as happy now as we were then, and I think that sits on the high terrace, you know, watching in the house. Pat McGahan watching on the Armour Road. Good to see you, Pat. So we still love each other. And this is called Though I've Barely Got Me Teeth. Oh, she still can make those old bones shake, and those boots I used to wear, when she says, I really fancy you, even though I've got grey hair. For the duvet never smells the same if I'm sleeping on my own, with just the comfort of her photograph and the promise of a phone. You see, looks really aren't the issue. It's what's underneath. We still kiss when we say goodnight, though I've barely got me teeth. She stretches that bit further when she hugs me round the waist, and my breath don't stink of peppermint. It's more of a Merlot taste. But she'll still hold my hand in public, or if she's feeling scared, and we'll cuddle in the cinema, for we've never really cared if we act a little crazy like our parents used to do. Because the train brought me to Belfast, and love brought me to you. Thank you. Conor Carson, good to see you. Martin McCooey, good to see you as well, mate. All good, I hope. As I say, what we're doing this for, I'd say there's quite a few things on being streamed tonight. There's Tell the Stockbroker who's on. He's on just after me, and if you like poetry, he is the top man around. There's some guy, I think, from from Arctic Monkeys or Snow Patrol doing a thing tonight, and the Bonnevilles from Lurgan, they're also doing stuff. So it gives you an alternative to Netflix at the moment when people can't go out. But the advice I will give you is just keep washing your hands and stay indoors. Unless you're an NHS, which is fantastic, guys. If I'm speaking too fast, please tell me to slow down a wee bit. Okay, it's very warm in here, but I ain't taking my jumper off. Okay, what's next? Okay, it's another love poem. Dervla Macaulay, good to see you, Dervla. This next poem is called. Let me just find it. Okay, this is a true story. All my poems are true stories, whether you believe that or not. Emily Gilmore, good to see you, Emily. Conor Carson, Alex Moore, good to see you up in Ballymoney as well. Shauna Marie, good to see you all the way down in Oma, or Cargan, somewhere like that. Okay, so this one is a true story. Murph, good to see you, mate. This is a true story. Happened in Tesco's in Rushmere one day, right? And what do you do? What do you do? Okay, this is called Supermarket Love Affair. She waited in line for a scratch card, slowly twisting her hand through her hair. I munched on a smoked bacon sandwich, transfixed by her welcoming stare. Her brown on sausage toasted wheat grain did little to dampen the mood as she wiped a small crumb from her sweet lips. God, I worshipped the ground where she stood. Past newspaper stands we did wander, heading straight towards carrots and peas, when she whispered, I love you, my darling. God, I nearly went weak at the knees. Well, she prodded and squeezed at the oranges, the onions, tomatoes and pears. Then she hit me a slap on the backside, ignoring the gasps and the stares. I smiled and I adjusted my glasses. I lifted a pre-packed courgette, headed towards frozen produce, with an extra wee skip in me step. By the pet food she caused a commotion, when she gave me a peck in the cheek. A girl from the checkout did beckon, the manager from the boutique. Well, he chased us from tin fruit to biscuits, caught up with us by the eclairs, brought over a small man called Derek from a stand at the top of the stairs. Together they issued instruction to leave his food store at great haste, for our savoury shows of affection had left in his mouth a sour taste. Well, I grabbed this fine lass by the Pringles, and I gave her the kiss of the life, proclaiming to all who had gathered, wise up, folks, this is the wife. Thank you. I usually get a wee ripple of applause, right? So, obviously, no applause tonight, but I'm just sort of going through the motions. Heather White, good to see you. Clena, good to see you. Greg Lundy, good to see you, Greg. As I say, I keep repeating what we're doing this for. You know, this virus has gripped the world, and we're just trying to do our best to give people a little bit of alternative entertainment. You know, for all these performers who are unable to go out and concerts are cancelled, the theatre, the cinema. So that's what we're doing it for. And also, I like to think we give a big thumbs up to the NHS staff, the fire brigade, the teachers, the ambulance staff, the policemen, everybody who's doing their bit to fight this. And I think we all have to get behind them and give them our 100% support. Good to see you, Declan, up the Reds, you know what I mean? Okay, another drink time. Now, I haven't got a watch on me at the moment, so I'm just going to keep going. I think we've got about 20 minutes, okay? Bear with me. I may duck out every now and again, but hi Mary Kate, hi Kay, how you doing? Hope he hasn't got you stacking all those toilet rolls through the night, alright? Okay. Okay, where are we now? Right, anybody who knows me knows I like tea, okay? The brew, the old Rosie Lee, like a cup in my hand, or I like a cup in the pot. I like my tea. So there's really two things in life I like. It's tea and, well, I've got 5 kids, so you can sort of work it out. So I thought what I'll do is I'll combine the two, all right? Now this is a bit steamy. You know, well, it is after 8 o'clock, okay? So this is called 50 Shades of Earl Grey. Some like it hot, steamy and dark. Others on a blanket in a warm country park. I prefer first thing when I'm still in my bed, served with a smile by the lady I wed. I've heard about folk who'd stay up all night feasting on nectar that's creamy and white and intersperse action with a snack or a fag, then savour each droplet by squeezing the bag. I remember one time it had occurred in the bath with the soap and the bubbles. We had quite a laugh. In no time together we'd worked up a lather till our fun was disrupted by a child shouting, "Father!" by oneself on the sofa, or out with a mate, affixing climate to a romantic date. But my favourite occasion to enjoy a brew is straight from the pot in the company of you. Thank you. Janet McGee, Donna Hensley, watching there as well. I think I saw a few going through there as well. Missed you guys, but you know, I say thank you everybody for tuning in. Okay, we're going back for another eye tester now. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Okay, and both my parents have shuffled off this mortal coil, but it's a very important. Hi, Janet McGee and Donna Hensley. Hi, Reese, if you're watching it as well. It's maybe my connection's available. I think we're still okay. I hope it doesn't break down every now and again. But as I was saying, Pablo, too hot to handle. You froze. No chance, buddy. I'm back again. If there's any problems, please let me know. I'm not taking it. We're back. Peter McGrath, good to see you, mate. Okay, so tomorrow's Mother's Day. As I say, both my parents are sadly no longer with us. It's a very important day for everybody. However, I think we live in difficult times, and it's important that it's important you phone your folks if you can FaceTime them, or even I don't even know if you can stand at the bottom of the garden and wave at them. But please don't be going visit them today. You might be fine, or don't be visiting tomorrow. You might be okay, but in days like this, it's important that they're very vulnerable, and it's probably very wise at this moment if you just send them a card, send them a box of chocolates. See them next year. Anya McIntyre and Hazel McPeak, good to see you. Keep getting broadcasts interrupted. Sarah Patricia. What I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to keep going. At the end of this, Darryl Bishop, all the Daz man, all the way in Australia. I'm back, Eddie, good to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going, okay? I anticipated there might be a bit of technical hitch living out here in the sticks. But what I did was I've recorded a 20-minute session this afternoon in this cabin, different clothes. So if there's any problem, I'll maybe post that later on. But anyway, we doing? Okay, so this is for all the mothers, okay? But particularly my mum. It's called Mother. You gave me life and gently held my hand as I made first and stumbling steps until this new mysterious land. And from my eyes with tender touch you always wiped the tears. You had the words to heal when others failed to see my fears. And when I fell or needed time, into your arms I ran. The comfort of your voice helped me grow from boy to man. I see you dancing with my father, laughing, and when I close my eyes, I smell your hair spray before mass time and those freshly cooked mince pies. I interrupt you deep in thought, crossword puzzle, pen in hand, a team united, you and Dad. In dreams I watch, and now I understand. Thank you. Okay, that's the mother sorted. New Zealand, sorry, Taz, sorry, you know, say nothing. It's the old Irish English thing. Kieran, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. How's things going in the newspaper world? Carmel O'Neill, good to see you. Carmel as well. Big wave out there. Bit strange to go from a sort of a very sort of emotional poem like Mother to a poem about boobies and breastfeeding. But I've got the ability to make that leap, so I'm going to make that leap. Okay, this poem is it's actually based on a real event. It was a woman, I think, in Belfast who was breastfeeding her child, and somebody took offence to it. And Pogo, good to see you, mate. And so somebody took offence to it, and they told her to leave the restaurant, which I think is ridiculous. Okay, so this is a poem, a rallying cry for breastfeeders around the world. This is called Lob. It's not planned, you know. I need to eat. There's no time here to be discreet. Just lob my foot out in the street and let me at that lovely teat. Some say a restaurant's not the place to lob it into my wee face. Think it's a complete disgrace. And mumble, do that in a private place. You lob them here and you lob them there, without a single thought or care, in my ears and in my hair, flashing bits of underwear. She's an exhibitionist, I heard them say. Don't lob that here, put them away. You wouldn't have seen that in our day. Husband, you concentrate on the buffet. It really put me off me trout when she lobbed her booby out. Wouldn't have seen that. Sorry, that baby slobbering about. Where's the waiter? Give him a shout. The child needs fed, it's natural, guys. No need to act with such surprise. I'll lob and him prioritise above your condescending cries. So mothers, undertake your job to plug your hungry baby's gob. Ignore those righteous sneering mob, and where you wish, please lob. Lob. Thank you. Must apologise in the middle of that stumble because something flashed up on the screen to say there was no connection. As I say, if you're losing me in and out here, guys, do the deal with Murdoch. Sky has better connection. Tell my wife, Brian, see where we are here. Doesn't matter what you do. I could be standing on the aerial, on the roof with an aerial. It's gone again, and there's not a lot I can do. Okay. Who's that down there watching? Anya Mac, I love that second mother's. Okay. Anya, big up. Cheers, Pogo. Right. I wonder, should I just wait until the connection maybe tries to get a wee bit better? Not sure what's going on. If you can still see me, post something or do something. Because are we okay? Thumbs up? No? Okay. I think we're back again. Apologise, but we'll try and work on it. Okay. The virus has sort of prematurely brought an end to my youth football coaching. I was going to end this year anyway. I've been coaching for about 10 years in and around the Lurgan area. First with Sunnyside and now with TTBS. But I think I was getting a wee bit passionate on the touchline, and I felt that I needed to take a step back, hand it over to a younger man. I think that's what the plan is. But anyway, I've written loads of football poems, and I've written poems about people who really inspired me. People like, Harry Gregg, my own uncle Peter Doherty, Roy Keane, Alex Ferguson, Pat McGibbon, Liam Smith. People around who are not just great footballers, good friends, but good ambassadors, but this is a poem about me. And this is called Clear the Bloody Thing. You'll find me on the touchline, shouting at the wains. The sun's been shining all week long, but on Saturday it rains. I've been up since 5 a.m, dreaming of these games. Now I'm fighting with a referee over a dodgy offside claims. My bones have just turned 50, but my mind still thinks I'm young. You think I'd shat me underpants if you see the way I run. And if I was out in Cheltenham, they'd be reaching for the gun. Whoever said that coaching kids would bring me so much fun? I'm the first one in the car park, and I'm always last to leave. No matter who we're playing, I always still believe. Some say, you're just an optimist, but more think I'm a bit naive. But if we follow my ideas, I know we can achieve. What's the alternative? Shopping? Which fills my mind with dread. Or spending the weekend pottering around the garden shed. Submitting to the hands of time and my middle age and spread. As cries of, clear the bloody thing, revolve around my head. Thank you. Hi, I'm Martina Gallagher, Brenda Owens. Dennis, good to see you, mate, watching. Keep fighting a good fight, mate. Bernard Duffy down in Australia. Oh, I think we've lost our connection again. Anybody else there? Give me a thumbs up if we're getting there. Wave. Brenda Owens is watching. As I say, give us a thought. Are we okay? Is the connection okay? Is the connection gone again? Yeah? Okay, we're back again. Big up to Mr. Duffy down in Australia. TDBS under 14 2006 chairman of our supporters club in Australia. Bernard, good to see you, mate. Have you a Spurs one in there on you? Unfortunately, the way we're playing at the moment, it probably wouldn't be PC, so probably won't play it. Where are we at now? Okay. Okay, I have a few more left. I've got a couple more. But Kieran Haggerty, how you doing, sir? Up in Derry, boy. I've got two more left, right? It wouldn't be like me, right? If a lot of my poems, and listen, if you do like my stuff, check out Pablo Doherty on Facebook, or Pablo Shout at Derry C. Tell your mates, it's all a bit of fun. Network's gone again. Doing the best I can. Take this out, maybe that might help. Probably too many people in the house. Wait till we get back again. And we're back. Okay. Niall Shannon, good to see you now. Right, so, got a lot of political poems. Primarily, a lot of poems about Brexit and things like that. But I'm going to read you my favourite one, okay? It's which everybody's forgot about Brexit. Obviously, we moved on to another world crisis. But, don't get me wrong, I've a lot of good friends in England. I love the English people. They're just all the way back when it came to Brexit. Kerry Hudson, how you doing, Kerry, over in Liverpool? Good to see you. Hope John's watching as well. Tell him I got my boiler fixed. Okay, so, Bootsy, good to see you, and the Lower Ormo kid. Okay, so this is a poem. There's some of the poems I have to put a wee slight accent on, right? This is sort of Scouser, sort of northwest, sort of England sort of accent. Please forgive me. I'm no Mike Yarwood. This is called Holiday in Birkenhead. Let's go to Spain, the kids all said, but we're off somewhere else instead, where they'll serve you chips on thick white bread, on the greasy calves of Birkenhead. No romantic walks for the newlyweds. It's dodgy parks, middle-aged spread, Blame yourselves, you've been misled. So pack your bags for Birkenhead. In the pouring rain you'll wish you're dead, as you lie crying on your bed and rue the lies that you were fed, as you top up your tan in Birkenhead. Blackpool, Bournemouth, Maidenhead, fill up your lungs on petrol lead. Foreign investors have now all fled from the beachy shores of Birkenhead. You've lost your job, you're deep in the red, you can't get a flight to the sunny Med. See, Daddy believed what the papers said, so it's a wet weekend in Birkenhead. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you, John. Okay. I'm at the end of one more poem to do. Okay. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to give you just a wee bit of advice. Wash your hands and stay indoors. And, support the nurses. Support everybody who's on the frontline staff. Do what you do. And particularly if you've young teenagers, kids, and I know the kids want to go out and I'm going to play snooker. Say to the guys, listen, just for a couple of weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks, please think of your grannies, think of your mums, think of your aunties, think of your granddads, your uncles. These are the vulnerable people. Sort of the teenagers in early 20s. They're young, fit people. They'll be okay. But we've got to think of the older generation and the young people and the pregnant mums and things like that there. But, it will pass, if we all stick together, okay? So one more poem to do. It's a sort of coronavirus related poem, okay? It's my final one for the night. Thank you ever so much. I've been Pablo Doherty. If you know me, give me a like. I need to work on my Scouse accent, I certainly do. But anyway, this is the last one. It's called Red Top, Raw Bottom. How will we unite such a divided nation with a viral pandemic bat stew infestation? As conspiracy theories circulate in my head, I'm cleaning me arse with a red top instead. Though no better use for the likes of the sun, but it's cutting to shreds the cheeks on me bum. The children we spared from this harrowing fate, though it's helped their commitment to self-isolate. In times of depression, famine or war, there's always a few who'll seek to take more. Buy up essentials, in this case toilet rolls, and care not a jot for others' poor holes. Thank you ever so much. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. And if you like it, let me know. Put a wee post, and you never know. Maybe in a couple of weeks I might come back and read you a few more if you can put up with it. If you haven't suffered enough, as Stevie Moore said. Okay, cheers everybody, take care, support the nurses.